And what is the exceeding greatness of his power to us world who believe, according to the workings of his mighty power? All the 4 Greek words for power was used in that scripture. That's the most complex scripture in the New Testament from theological perspective. And I don't want to explain it today. But it's talking about the power that is driving your Christian life. And it is the same power that raised Jesus Christ from the dead. I don't have time to explain today. The same power. It means that the power that raised Jesus Christ from the dead is a power that God made available to the believer for him to live his Christian life. If that power was sufficient enough to raise somebody from the dead, there is no problem that you have that power cannot solve. At least you are not dead yet. Meanwhile, the power raised somebody from the dead. And that's why in describing that power, the 4 Greek words for power was used in that scripture. Ischus was used there. Kratos was used there. Dunamis was used there. Exousia was used there. The 4 Greek words for power. And I will explain, the day we do the teaching, I will explain each word and why it is found in that scripture. Because if you know the power that is at work with you, you will discover that the power of which, in fact, Kratos, the word Kratos, which is one of the words for power, is a comparative word for power. It's comparative. It means before you can understand Kratos, Kratos was used to compare other sources of power. Now, Kratos was a word that was used when that woman with the issue of blood, it says she has consulted many physicians. Instead of her case to become better, it became worse. So the physician helped her to deteriorate her case. And when her case was no longer a case that they could help, they cast her out. It was then that she touched the hem of his garment. It was Kratos. Kratos will never be used until you try something else. Until you tried witchcraft. Until you tried necromancy. Because Kratos means the power that goes above. If it is witchcraft, it will go above it. It will go above. And I can tell you story upon story how Kratos has gone above witchcraft again and again and again and again. And if you have stayed long enough with God, you must have seen the manifestation of a power that was more than a previous power. That's Kratos. But I say I don't want to explain that. Now, so that power raised Jesus Christ from the dead. That power also took Jesus, was responsible for the ascension of Jesus. That power was also responsible for making Jesus sit on a throne that was assigned to him. That is chapter 1 of Ephesians chapter 1. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 2. And I'm going to show you how all these things I've said applies to you.